Morning folks, how is it going? Welcome back to another very wet Devon, even though the weather forecast has promised us a very nice week. The sun has come out now though, so hopefully it will dry up, but God, haven't we had some rain in the last couple of hours? Here lies a massive pile of straw. You don't realise quite how much straw is in a round bale until you put it through the straw thrower. Now these bales I had been rolling out by hand, but because they've been stored outside, some of them, they've gone very clatty. So I put a couple of them through our straw blower into a pile there. I can take that around and bed up the calves with, for which we need the manna too. Hoping today to dehorn some calves, all the ones that have got horns from the Angus groups and also the Belgian Blues as well. John's just on the phone to the vets to try and get hold of a bit more anaesthetic. We've got enough to do some, but not all. Right, let's get rid of this bale spike anyway. Unlock the pins, push it into the bale, drop it out. We'll go and get a bucket, pick some of this straw up, take it around for the calves. Right, here's the pen of blues. Give them a bucket full of straw. Well, we're going to get some for every pen. Those guys need a bit. Well, they all need some really. These guys go absolutely mad for fresh straw. I mean, look at it. They all just got to climb the pile. Got it. It does make a hell of a difference giving them a nice deep dry bed every couple of days. Look at them, and they love playing in it. I look after calves when they're young, because their first 6-8 weeks of life, when they do an awful lot of their growing, and even slightly under the weather or in non-ideal conditions, they just won't perform. So do as much as we can for them. In the last video, for those of you that watch regularly all the time, you'll know we had a calf here that I jabbed with some Loxicon because I just wasn't completely happy with it at feeding time, and it fed, and it was, you know, it fed fine, but just wasn't too happy with it. Well, there is 349 back there, chewing away on her cud. I mean, her ears are still a little bit down, but this morning when I came to feed them, she was up here waiting at the barrier with the rest of them, doing laps, all excited. So just that little bit of Loxicon we gave that one, seemed to have made her feel a lot better. I'm hoping that she just gorged herself on cake and if she's just feeling a bit there. But yeah, doing a lot better. Here's Patches. Patches O'Hula calf. He's got horns, so he'll be losing them today. Next job for me now, now that everything is bedded, is I'm going to get these guys on our system. So these are the most recent 10 calves we bought. So I just want to put the button tag in them for the EID. We'll give them a little jab of painkiller so they don't feel it, and then they'll be on the system and everything will be good. I am still slightly concerned about this calf, even though I said it is a lot better, which it is, it's brighter. After I put the camera down, I just went and sort of had a look at it. It's got a tiniest little bit of blood on its back end that's coming through in its dung, which would indicate it's got something going on in its stomach or its intestines. Now, that could be anything. That could be what my theory is of it eating too much cake, and that's just upset it because it's not used to that hard food, and they're on like a nearly all milk diet at the moment. Or it could be something like the calves, once they've had their milk, they then go and try and suck each other's faces and headbutt each other and kick each other and all of that lark. It could have just taken a whack in the ribs or something, or in the stomach, and it didn't feeling too fit. So when John's back from the vets, we'll get the thermometer and we'll take his temperature just to see if he's got any underlying infection or anything, see how he is, and we'll go from there. We might possibly give it some antibiotics. We can't really give it any more Loxicon. You've got to be a bit careful how often you give that, because that can be quite harsh on the calf's stomach. Yeah, if we're still not happy, we'll ring the vet, because that is what a vet is there for. I need my weigh crate, which I conveniently placed down here, although I want it all the way up there. Now, a lot of you guys have seen this already, but just in case anyone is new to the channel, this is what we're doing. So we've got our True Test stick here. It's a what is it? It's an XRS2, whatever that means, if anyone's interested. Got this little calf in the crush. We've just put that second button tag in the ear, so that's an electronic one. So now if I flip that, that is the information that is on the tag. It will come up on AgriWeb, which is our software we use, as an unrecognised animal because it's not patched together with that calf yet. So what we do is assign that tag to an animal. I know that this animal's number ends 4419. There it is. It's a heifer calf. It's 19 days old. We say, yeah, that's the calf we're on. Select, and that will then assign the weight that is up here to that animal. And we say, all good. And whilst we're at it, we give them a tiny bit of pain relief just because they've got a whole nail punch in their ear with that tag. And then we see them on their way, and then hopefully tonight they're absolutely fine when they feed. So I'm going to do that for these 10 calves. And then by that time, hopefully John will be back and we'll have a plan for what we want to do this afternoon. Go, little lady. Well done. Right, that is the last one done. All 10 of those calves now have some nice shiny new electronic ear tags. What I will do, I don't know if I'll do this today or not, but the 4 either oldest or heaviest in here, biggest ones, we will put with the 16 over here. That makes another group of 20 then. That makes life a lot more straightforward for feeding. That'll be 2 identical mixes then, and then 1 smaller mix at the end for the last 2 pens. And then hopefully by this time next week, we will have all of our calves in this shed. We've got 10 to pick up from one farm and 4 to pick up from another one. Just waiting on passports, and then we're done. So this is our session that we've done here on AgriWeb. I don't know where I can show you where there's not a reflection, but basically there's 10 animals scanned, so I just press finish. Finish session, yes. There's a little bar chart there of the different weights. So there was one there that was over 60 kilos. Most of them are 50 kilos. And there's 3 there that are 40. Right, I'm gonna go find some lunch and then we'll find Bowman and see about dehorning these blues. The dehorning iron is just warming up. John's just bringing in a metal trough. So if we need to put this down, we can put it in something that isn't straw bedding. We've got a bucket of water on standby, just in case anything goes wrong. It shouldn't do, we should be absolutely fine. These guys have all had their anaesthetic jabbed in them. So they've had 5 mil each of Procamidor. So they shouldn't feel anything. And do the hot wand. Yeah, he's going. Well, he sounds like he's going. Yeah, you can always tell me the difference. No, we're not going out there. Come on. Come on. Running. Right, now this will look a lot worse than it actually is, but the calf's head has had anaesthetic. So all the smoke you'll see is the hair being singed. Basically you've got a very hot iron, and you just burn the bud from the outside in. Stops it from growing. I'm giving them some pain relief after John has finished dehorning.
So you give them some long-lasting
pain relief, yeah. You can only, I think you can only jab them with this once every 3 days. But hopefully that'll mean that when we come to feed them in an hour or so, that they're not fussed at all about having the dehorning done. So we've done all these guys. Those are yet to be done. They're quite happy over there, just lie down it.
Okay. Oh, loads better.
Probably that was. There you are, 2242, we're all done. And then we just repeat the process. We go and find another one. Obviously we have no idea what order we jabbed them in with the anaesthetic, but it's all had long enough time to work now. John's done a runner. He's had to go and get some more gas for the iron. It runs off like lighter gas. You need to fill it up. It doesn't last that long. It's done. 10 calves there. We should have brought it down with us. I don't know why we didn't. Yeah, these guys, hopefully we'll see absolutely no problems with them. There's no reason why we should. We've given them their anaesthetic. They've had their pain relief for afterwards. And then if we feed them in about an hour, hopefully they'll go on forgetting it's ever happened. It's the most stress that they'll have, having to have this done for quite a while, which is good. Now the Angus's I've mentioned before are nearly all polled. Out of nearly 80 Angus calves we've got in the shed, I think we've got 6 that have got horns. as opposed to the 20 blues we've got in the shed have all got horns. So we might do those another day. Their horns are a lot smaller, the little buds in their head. Just whilst I'm waiting for John and I'm thinking about it, if anybody wants any JM Farming merch running up towards Christmas, which I know seems a long way away yet, but it will soon be on us, then do get your orders in soon, because myself and Abby are actually going away on our proper honeymoon, in quotation marks, at the end of November. And by the time that we come back in December, there won't be a lot of time to ship stuff before Christmas. So if anything is required by anyone before Christmas, jump on the website, see what we got left, put your orders in, and we'll get it to you before we go away. Anything that is ordered whilst we are away, I'll put up a post near the time, but I'm afraid you're just gonna have to wait until we're back to get that. Just trying to see if I can see this one's, you see there where we've taken its buds out. So I don't quite know how it works. It'd be interesting to look it up actually, but basically you just burn them down and that stops them growing. Some people dig the buds out. This guy's got one bud that has actually fallen out and one that's still in there. But I think it all works the same way. As long as you stunt the growth of it, they won't grow a horn. And they're an awful lot easier to dehorn as calves than they are when they're sort of like older cattle and you have to get cheese wire and things. It's just a nightmare. So I know it seems a bit, I don't know, intrusive what we're doing to them, but it's in their interest, it's in our interest. Something that we do need to do. And once it's done, it's done. You haven't got to do it again, so everyone's happy. Him silently creeping in. I'm not sure how I feel about those pallet forks. So I'm not sure how I feel about the pallet forks that move.
The floating?
Yeah, I'm not used to them. Yeah.
They're very good if you've got a...
Something uneven, I suppose.
Well, like if you've got a trailer that's not attached to a tractor.
Yes.
Because then it's lower.
Looking downhill.
Coming in level.
Yeah.
With the trailers like that, so they will come out. But what they sometimes do is that they'll kick up if you sort of stuck them in the floor. It wasn't against Josh, it's with everything.
This thing makes no noise.
I know, it's spooky, isn't it?
Apart from when you put him in reverse now. Then it's deafening.
Definitely a noise.
Where's Elsie? There she is. Probably found bits of dehorn bud. Elsie! Elsie! Where you going? Happiest dog in the world, Elsie. Elsie! Elsie! Ow! John's just gone to fill up the cake trough we use down here. Whilst I've set to feeding the calves. Elsie, I think you're supposed to be going that way. Everything successfully fed. No dramas at all. These guys that we dehorned, absolutely no different to normal. All fed, all happy now, lie down, chewing their cuds, having a nap, doing whatever, which is good. That's exactly what we want. We've got some guys here eating some hay. We've got these guys running around like lunatics. We did end up treating the calf I was on about with some antibiotics. 349, wherever it is. I think it's that one at the back there, lied down. Just there. We were going to take its temperature, but our thermometer ran out of battery, which is not ideal. But just to be safe, gave it 5 ml of alomycin, which will cover it. It's a long-acting antibiotic, so hopefully we'll see a bit of an improvement in that calf. What are you doing stood in the trough? Anyway, well, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you are not already subscribed. Loads of links down in the description for you guys to go and check out, so head down there and we'll see you on another video very soon. Cheerio.
Like a drug that